What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video here on EMKWAN Reviews, and in my hand over here is the brand new Samsung Galaxy Fold. I'm finally getting a chance to get my hands on this. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna unbox this here. I'm gonna show you exactly what you get inside the packaging, and I'll also share with you my first impressions with this brand new device. So let's do this. So here it is. This is the box that it comes in. It's a pretty simple box, and it's obviously changed now from the previous box that the Samsung Galaxy Fold came with. There have been some updates in terms of hardware to this device to make it much more durable. Hopefully we'll be able to test that out in the next upcoming weeks or months or so. So we get a box inside a box, and we've got a little flap over here that I'm just gonna pull apart, and that will then show you the actual device inside. So this is actually the first time I'm seeing a Samsung Galaxy Fold in the flesh. Now, one of the things that has changed from the past is Samsung have now included some care instructions on the front. And then this is the black version. Now, I had an option of unboxing either the black or the silver, and I opted to go with the black because this is probably the color that most of you who decide to pick one of these up are gonna opt for. So let's just put this to one side and show you what else we get inside the box. This is a little message: unfold the future, meet your Galaxy Fold. And then inside we're gonna get a bunch of accessories included. I'll open that out in a moment. There's gonna be a case, but we get some earbuds that are included. These are wireless earbuds. The power adapter. In this part of the world we get a three-pronged power adapter, and we also get the charging cable in here as well. So inside this little package we get some instructions and the warranty information, and then we also get a case. Now this is an interesting case. I'm not sure it's carbon fiber, but it looks like a very similar style material. It's incredibly light, and this is designed to obviously protect your Fold as well. So this is included in the box. So off goes the wrapping, and this is it in my hand. First impressions, incredibly light. The black on the back is certainly going to be a fingerprint magnet, but you've got the case for that. So on the front, on this side over here, you've got that 4.6-inch display, and then when it's opened out, it's that 7.3-inch larger display essentially. And a couple of things to note: you can see at the top we've got some barriers, they look like little clips actually, that protect the display, both at the bottom and at the top. Again, a lot of you are going to ask about this question, so I might as well just talk about it. There is a crease of sorts, and you can visibly see that over here, especially when the screen is turned off. But you know what, this is the first time I'm going to fold this device, so let's give it a go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was quite nice. That was easier than I thought. It's got quite a nice sort of clap to it when you close it. Let's try that again. 3, 2, 1. That's good. So there are magnets along the sides that are going to hold the two parts of the screen together, and once it's closed, it actually feels quite good in the hand. That 4.6-inch display on the front is a little unusual. I mean, it's very unusual because you don't get very many smartphones that have that, but in the hand I can see why Samsung have done that now. So this is the setup screen that we're seeing. There are a couple of steps to go through before we get started. Again, a warning again about avoiding pressing the hard screen, about liquids, you know, not trying to peel off the screen protector. So Samsung have really made a point of putting this not only at the initial point with the packaging, but also once you're powering on and setting up the device as well. So we're going to go to done over here, and there it is. This is the Samsung Galaxy Fold ready to be used. I've kind of still getting used to this, opening it and folding it again and again, and yeah, I mean, it feels really nice. It feels like a very, very different phone to a lot of the what else you can get on the market. All right, one of the things that I want to do is check out how the display performs in the sunshine here. I'm not able to go out and about just yet, but on first impressions, I think it does a good job. You can see, obviously, it's incredibly bright here in Dubai, and the display does a good job. The device does a good job when it comes to that. That front-facing display is interesting because, again, this is something that other people have mentioned. The bezels at the top and the bottom are very, very evident. It would have been nice to see a full display of sorts over there. Again, I guess with use we'll understand why Samsung have opted for this. So one of the other things to talk about are the cameras. This comes with a whopping 6 cameras. Let me just show you where they are. 3 at the back over here, 2 over here at the front once it's opened, and then you've got 1 when it's closed on this display side over here. Just running through those cameras really quickly, you've got a 16 megapixel ultra wide, you've got a 12 megapixel telephoto, and a 12 megapixel wide angle, and that's on the back over here. Then on the front, once you open it out, you get a dual camera, 10 megapixel sensor with an 8 megapixel RGB depth sensor, and then once you close it up, you're gonna get a 10 megapixel selfie camera on the front. So let's test out the camera, the rear camera right now. One of the immediate advantages of having such a large display is the fact that it's actually an awesome viewfinder. So that's one of the benefits. One of the downsides, however, might be the fact that it's hard to get around this display with one hand. To be honest, most people are not gonna have a vlogging camera in the second hand, so I think that rules that one out. But what Samsung have done is they've actually made things a little easy, because you can just swipe across the display and, you know, get to the various other features, like various modes that you might want, like between photo and video. So that's easy. The other thing is swiping up from the bottom will allow you, there we go, to actually bring up the front-facing camera. So again, it's good with one-handed use if you want to have a play around with that. Right, so here are a couple of shots that I've taken. Here's a front-facing with the live focus selfie using that front-facing camera. Wow, that is really, really good. You can see it does a really good job around the edges and the details, and also the color and saturation. So I think that's really good there. And then here is a shot of the ultra wide. How awesome does that look? I mean, that is really, really nice. Again, I want to do a full test with the camera once I get a chance to really put it through its paces, particularly in low light as well. So do stay tuned to the channel for that. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think so far of those images? So spec wise, I mean, this is still staying the same with the Snapdragon 855 processor, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and this will come in 512 gigabytes worth of storage. So you're still getting specs that were announced previously, but obviously those updates and those refinements to the hardware are going to matter to actually bring this out to mass market. Now, it's really, really difficult with a device like this to give you a first impressions. I really don't have the chance to test this out fully to bring that in a video for you, but on my first impressions, if I have to make some comments, I think this is a very, very nice device. I mean, it's a very different device. It's a different smartphone. That's very evident, as you know, you don't get folding smartphones like this on the market. And I think the whole folding phone thing really needs to be tested out on the mass market. So with time, we'll get a feel once it becomes more readily available, more people have it in their hands, as to how this performs, and more importantly, whether there's a need for this kind of form factor. But really testing this out fully, I hope to have a more in-depth video coming up in about a week or two, so do stay tuned to the channel for that. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about the Samsung Galaxy Fold? Also, let me know in the comment section down below what testing you'd like me to do on the Galaxy Fold. I'm gonna do in the full review, testing around gaming, multimedia, all that good stuff, as well as more camera comparisons as well. Stay tuned for that video to go live. If you haven't already, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and that is it. This is me, EMKWAN, with the Samsung Galaxy Fold, an early unboxing and first look. Until next time, peace and blessings.